This is a horrible situation for small businesses like that butcher to be in. £1,000 extra a month, which you then have the choice between passing that on to customers or taking a massive hit or potentially closing.
Yes, and you can't. I mean, an independent butcher like that can't pass it on to customers because they'll go next door. There's a Tesco next door, which you couldn't quite see on your footage. So they're really, really stuck. The national chains are fine because some towns win, some towns lose. But if you're an independent and you're in places like Southwold or Monmouth or Port Isaac down in Cornwall, they're the ones being hit really, really hard. And they can't spread out the costs.
OK, what is the answer to this?
Well, the government are now making sort of warmer noises about realising there is a problem on their hands. They already have something called, forgive me for being technical, transitional rate relief, whereby the increase is eased in over 5 years. So there is a mechanism in place to make it a little bit easier. You could just make that better. So that it's capped at a lower level. So in the first year, if you're a medium-sized business, it's a 12% increase. That could go lower, for instance.
I mean, I find it... I mean, even in my local high street in West London, I've watched it dramatically change. A lot of these little, like my local newsagent, shut last week after 35 years. You know, family-run business. They were delightful people, incredibly hard-working, gone. Because the landlord presumably now has to pay more money, he's taking it out on them, and they can't afford it. And they're all boarding up. And they're going to be replaced by more, you know, supermarkets or whatever. It's not the same.
No, it isn't the same. And, you know, and again, the government's saying, well, you know, it's only the really big retailers on Oxford Street or it's the Harrods that are paying big increases because they're on successful places where rents have gone up and that's the mechanism why rates go up. But it's not true, as your film shows. You know, little tiny small market towns, you know, Southwold, Market Harborough, the reason why people want to go shopping in those places is because of the independent shops. And a whole street of chains just isn't quite the same. They haven't got the same emotional investment in those places as the big chains do.
Yeah.